Select a file.
Select your character.
Alright. Hello everybody, Stitches here. Really quick, gonna do an audio check. Trying to keep the mic the same distance from my face, so I can actually hear the audio correctly on my end. All right. I think it's working. Okay. All right. Okay, so
Okay, let's go.
Knuckles the Echidna, but just call him Knuckle. I'm Knuckles the Echidna, but just call me Knuckles. I'm finally returned from a strange world. I am still missing some of the pieces of the Master Emerald. It's not a reflection of the egg carrier in the Master Emerald. Is it revealing the location of the missing fragments? If I follow Eggman's robot, it should lead me to the egg carrier. So that's pretty much the gist of it. And we'll even get to see the cutscene again.
What? I'm back in front of the altar. This is beginning to blow my mind. Wait a minute, I remember. The broken pieces of the Master Emerald. I have to restore them to where they belong. It's still incomplete. I need to find the remaining pieces, wherever they are. Hey! Look! It's Eggman's flying fortress. That's where the rest of the pieces must be. But I don't know where that ship is. Hey, isn't that one of Eggman's robots? I know. I'll follow it back to Eggman's base. Here I come, Eggman.
Yeah, so, yeah, last time we got through most of Knuckles' story. We also got this. Makes a nice ding noise. Okay, sorry about that. I was reading a guide for the emblems. Just making sure I had everything. Let me reopen chat. Alright. So what we have to do is we have to go to Red Mountain now. So Red Mountain's gonna be...
Emeralds are sometimes found underground. Try digging for them.
We actually had to employ that last time, where we had to dig in the ground for an emerald. But, yeah, so one thing I wanted to talk about, in this one.
Emeralds are sometimes found underground. Try digging for them.
Was, I wanted to talk about my opinions on Sonic Frontiers so far. So
Found it.
Sonic Frontiers to me has been like a really weird game for the fandom because a lot of people can't decide whether they like it or hate
Good
it.
enough.
Completed level B. That didn't...
Emeralds are sometimes found underground. Try digging for them. This way. This way.
So Sonic Frontiers to me...
This way.
Found it.
There we go. Sonic Frontiers to me looks like it's gonna be one of the best Sonic games
I can do better than that.
that I've ever played.
No trains are currently in service.
A huge building has appeared deep in the jungle.
But, I know there was a thing where it was like people were talking about momentum and like boost. And so from my understanding is that the way they are doing boost is different. It seems like they're completely changing boost for the segments that use the boost formula. Anyway.
Just what I thought. Time to make a house call.
The egg carrier.
Now we'll see who's so easily tricked. I can sense that the emeralds are here somewhere.
So the egg carrier is pretty fun to explore as Knuckles, in my opinion. He can go a lot of places that Sonic can't go, and you can find out a lot of stuff about the egg carrier's overall design using Knuckles.
What's going on? This thing's always changing.
I do not like how in this game, like one of my big gripes with how Knuckles plays is certain walls seem to just force you down. And I don't know if this is just because they made it so the wall was not climbable. Yeah, so we actually have to get this emblem as Knuckles right now, because we missed it as Sonic and Tails. As far as I know, I do not think you can get this again. I do not know if you can get this after the egg carrier, because it has to be in this formation, and I don't think you can change the formation of the egg carrier once it has hit the ocean.
Find the entrance to the sky deck. The Master Emerald is there.
Tikal has some of the weirdest lines in this game. Just cause, like, not Tikal, Tutorial
Find the
Sphere.
entrance to the sky deck. The Master Emerald is there.
I don't even remember where the fuck Skydeck was. It's not in here, is it?
I sense the Master Emerald. It can't be far from here.
Oh yeah, you have to get to it weird as Knuckles.
Either push or pull the lever to control the ship's tilt.
Oh yeah, unlike Sonic stage, where if you were lucky, you could just fucking skip shit. Can I not? Oh, you can also do the jump cancel still. As Knuckles. Yeah, so like whenever Knuckles would glide in Sonic 3, he would fall like how he does when you jump cancel in this game. Fucking that show. Sorry if I'm not very talkative. I'm very focused today. My favorite.
Good enough. The last
That's
missing
the
piece.
exact
All
words
right.
when I
Now,
gotta
to
see
restore the Master
in high
Emerald.
school. I would just say,
Huh? Oh no, not again. What is the meaning of this?
Red World. Da-na-na.
Hey, what happened here?
I couldn't stop them. They came, and my father. I had no idea how bad this would turn out. I'm shocked.
Look, it's the emerald. Wait. Is this a dream? It's more like a nightmare.
A nightmare.
Your friends are in front of the ship fighting. Help them.
I finally found all of the missing emerald pieces, but I still can't figure out that creepy monster. Huh? What's that?
What the fuck was that noise?
Not again! I hate you!
Hey, Sonic!
There you are, Knuckles. About time.
I will return!
Eggman, come back!
I'd better let Sonic handle it from here. He'll do okay. Now, I must return to Angel Island and the Master Emerald. No, it can't be. I guess he didn't get enough the first time. You can't stop me from restoring the Master Emerald.
And yeah, we have to fight Chaos 6. This fight with Chaos 6 is actually different because Eggman will not be throwing. Wow. Eggman will not be throwing the ice things, and they actually just spawn,
If only
happen
you
to
could
like
freeze
spawn.
Chaos. Try and think of a way.
So God damn it. If you jump up against these beams, they sometimes don't let you jump for some reason.
Is that all you got?
So I found out the other day, apparently the term, apparently it is culturally insensitive now to call dreadlocks or dreads, and instead you call them locks.
Yeah, you're
Or at least that's what I've heard.
What's left now is to return the Master Emerald safely to my island.
But yeah, I found out that that's apparently culturally insensitive now. And I have no idea why. I always just thought that was the name of the hairstyle.
This should do it.
Anyways, that's been repaired.
All is well now.
Sure it is.
The Master Emerald and the island have been restored.
You know, this game makes Angel Island seem so small.
I'll probably be on this floating island forever. Guarding the Master Emerald again. I may not know the whole story behind this, but perhaps it's better that way. I'm at peace once more.
And that's the end. That's the end of Knuckles' playthrough. Wow, that really only took us 30 minutes.
Rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down.
Yeah, we can also hear the epic rap that is Knuckles' theme, which I believe is called Unknown from ME. So overall, Knuckles' story I feel is very nice. I like how it sort of makes you realize that, like, there's a bit more to these flashbacks than just, oh, we see a bunch of echidnas and we see the Master Emerald. Like, Knuckles is starting to realize that, like, you start to realize that Tutorial Sphere is giving you these flashbacks. And on top of that, you're also starting to hear Tutorial Sphere and the Orange Echidna girl's voices back to back. They might not have mentioned it, but the Orange Echidna's girl's name is Tikal. They might have, they might not have. Honestly, I wasn't paying full attention.
Rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left.
Yuki Fumi Makino, that's an interesting name. Jin Sanoi. Sanoi.
I will be the one to set your heart free.
Johnny Gielli. But I do like the gameplay of Knuckles' story. Sorry we ended up going through Red Mountain again. I actually thought we didn't do it. Also, yes, the sax just goes that hard. Giuseppe Rizzo. Epic name. Yeah, so there, that Orange Echidna girl, her name is Tikal, so from now on when I say Tikal, you're going to want to associate that name with that character. Not only that, but let's talk about the beginning of Knuckles' story a bit, because we've got time. I do want to kind of do a mid-game digest. We are midway through the game. We've done the main three characters' stories. Really, all that's next is we have Amy Rose, Big the Cat, and there's the render for Knuckles. We also get 59th emblem. One more emblem and we'll actually have half of the emblems in the game.
Select your character.
Yeah, so now we have Big, Amy, or we have Amy, Big, and E102 Gamma. In that order.
Okay, let's go.
His
How to
shoe
play
is clipping.
as me, Knuckles.
Now you may have noticed before when I clicked how to play as Knuckles, it was Tails narrating it. But if I narrate it as Knuckles, since I just got done playing as Knuckles, he narrated it. There's voice effects for all of these. We're just gonna have this going so I have the music in the background. But, there is a very interesting thing to note about the opening to Knuckles' story, is that Eggman is nowhere on Angel Island when it starts. Knuckles is the first story to start chronologically as well. And what happens is we see basically the Master Emerald breaks, and where the Master Emerald once stood was Chaos and Tutorial Sphere, who sounds an awful lot like Tikal. Not only that, but by now you can start to piece together that Tikal has a bit more to her. Like, we know that she has some sort of relationship with the Master Emerald. We also know that her father's name is Pachacamac, by the way. They never mention that anywhere in the game, as far as I know. They might mention it in a manual, but her father's name is Chief Pachacamac. And based on Chief Pachacamac's design, you can actually infer that Chief Pachacamac may actually be a direct ancestor to Knuckles in some way. We're not exactly sure how old Knuckles is, but basically what's implied is that based on that fire at the end, it's implied that Pachacamac wanted to use the Master Emerald to go to war. Or he wanted to use the Chaos Emeralds to go to war with other countries and races to ensure peace for his own people. We can also see that for the Echidna tribe being like a tribe, they're actually quite large too. It's important to note that Knuckles is the last, I think. No, I think he's like one of 3 remaining Echidna characters in the game canon. I didn't play Sonic Chronicles yet, so Sonic Chronicles basically introduces a new Echidna character who would never ever appear again because Mr. Ken Penders made that a very fun situation. And I really hope I don't talk about him as a whole lot. So, basically what you're left to know is that Pachacamac, the gist of it is that Tikal lived in this Echidna tribe who seem to be Knuckles' ancestors, because not only do they all have colors that are close to the color red, Pachacamac is the color red, he's just a darker shade of red, likely due to him being older, and the rest of them are pink, which was very similar to Knuckles and Sprite in Sonic 3. Echidnas, in Sonic they went extinct. Or near extinct. Knuckles is the last remaining Echidna of his tribe. And we're not exactly sure how long ago that was. You're sort of left to believe that that was a very, very, very long time ago. And that there was just a handful of Echidnas left that raised a lineage. And Knuckles is just the last remaining. What's interesting is Knuckles never mentions having parents, at least in the games. He does in the second Sonic movie, but those are not canon to the games or even the comic books. It's its own canon. But we never hear Knuckles mention having parents. This leaves people kinda to wonder how old Knuckles is. And he's not super old. I don't remember his canon age. The main thing is, if I remember right, the canon ages given for a lot of Sonic characters, I think were given like over 20 years ago. I want to say they were given out like right before Sonic Adventure. But like, I don't really trust the canon ages because one, I have no like official sources for it. Two, a lot of people seem to say that Amy is 12, and I don't really believe for a second that she's 12. But what's interesting is this story goes into, like, Knuckles' psyche a little bit. Knuckles has just been sitting on this island guarding the emerald. All the way up until Sonic. Or rather, up until the Death Egg landed on... Up until the Death Egg landed on Angel Island, causing it to sink into the ocean, because I guess the Death... It's very weird, because that implies that the Master Emerald's power can only support, like, a certain... Like, it can only support, like, a certain amount of weight. But Angel Island is supported by the Master Emerald, and it starts to go up at the end of this. Also, really quick, I want to point out, Knuckles did not ever even think for a second to grab all 6 of those Chaos Emeralds, but it would have made the story so much better. It wouldn't have made the story so much better, but it would have made Knuckles seem really smart if he just thought for a second that maybe, just maybe, he should grab those Chaos Emeralds. But a short summary of Tikal's story so far is that she existed as part of Knuckles' ancestor tribe. Her father was the chief of the tribe, Pachacamac. Pachacamac wanted to go to war. She wanted to stop him. She was conversing with the Master Emerald, and we see that the water seemed to respond. And we know that Chaos is made of a water-like substance. Actually, I think he is just made of water. But it's kind of weird how Knuckles sort of starts to think here that he's just been on this island and he might be here forever. Starting with, like, this game, Sonic Adventure 2 onward, he is going to be on Angel Island less and less, and to the point where they don't even mention it, really, that he's missing from Angel Island. The Master Emerald also starts to fade out of the canon a bit. And the Master Emerald is kind of really important. In Sonic 3, it's shown that the Master Emerald has power that can even... It's shown that the Master Emerald has power that can equal all 7 Chaos Emeralds and possibly even exceed it. It's also shown in Sonic 3 that if you have all the Chaos Emeralds and you've passed the Master Emerald's trials to where it gives you its power, you can go basically the equivalent of even farther beyond Super form. You achieve something called a Hyper form, which applies to Sonic and Knuckles in that game. But they even unlock Tails' Super form in the original. I know in Sonic... What's it called? Sonic Origins? In Sonic Origins, they give Tails super forms so that his playthrough is a bit more fair. Weirdly enough, one of the fixes for In Sonic 2, if you got all 7 Chaos Emeralds, then you got 50 rings and then jumped, you would turn into Super Sonic. Which was just very weird. But the Chaos Emeralds are very important to the canon. The Master Emerald should be equally as important, and it gets into some bad story writing like Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces, in my opinion, had a bad story because it neglects a lot of the world building just done by other Sonic games, especially this one. And it's not that they're not acknowledging that they don't exist, because Sonic Forces literally brought characters from other Sonic games as villains. It brought back Chaos of all characters. Yeah, the main villain of this game. They even had versions of Shadow who were evil. But, it's like, they brought in the Phantom Ruby, right? In Sonic Forces. And the problem was that the Phantom Ruby, for whatever reason, they slightly changed the Phantom Ruby's design between Mania and Forces. In Mania, it was this clean-cut gem, where in Forces, it's like weirdly curved and slightly misshapen. But the Phantom Ruby is like the first non-Chaos Emerald thing we have seen since the Soul Emeralds, which were still just basically the Chaos Emeralds, but they were slightly different because they, I guess, ran on a different energy source or whatever. But we saw those, and then we see the Phantom Ruby in Mania, and then you get to the Phantom Ruby in Forces. And in Forces, they make the Phantom Ruby seem incredibly strong because they have a character who wields it really well. Where he wields a version of the Phantom Ruby that allows him to basically manipulate time and space. At least a lot better than whatever classic or whatever Dr. Robotnik was doing in Mania, because in Mania, like, everything was just overall really unpolished with it. Like, not unpolished in terms of game design, but like the dimensions themselves that Eggman was creating was just like, they had like these ruby crystal textures on a lot of it, and a lot of them were very foggy with pink mist because they weren't quite like complete. Yeah. But the thing about the Phantom Ruby is, or the thing about Sonic Forces that makes me upset, is that the Chaos Emeralds were never once mentioned, yet they were shown to be some of the only things that could stimulate the Phantom Ruby. They're not mentioned. Apparently, Eggman didn't get the Chaos Emeralds during Forces for some reason. He didn't go for the Master Emerald either. Angel Island's not even remotely mentioned. It's not even like Eggman captured Angel Island. Like, I just feel like Forces could have been so much more world building involved. Where it's like, yeah, you could have made the game a lot longer. Like, it would have been interesting if the first mission you had to do was trying to get back the Master Emerald. But anyways, that was Knuckles' story and my little lore rant. My fucking 30-minute lore rant, it feels like. I hope you enjoyed Knuckles' playthrough. I'll go ahead and stop playing the song.
Select your character.
Next time I play, we do Amy. And you'll see that from the classic games, Amy now has a new design. And this kind of confuses people because it makes Amy look like an echidna. Amy is still canonically a hedgehog. What I find weird is, so like Sonic and Knuckles are just Knuckles the Echidna and Sonic the Hedgehog. But Tails isn't called like Tails the Fox or Miles the Fox. He's called Miles Tails Prower. And then Amy isn't called Amy the Hedgehog. She's called Amy Rose. But then you have like Big the Cat, who is still called Big the Cat. And E102 Gamma is an exception because he's a machine, so. We did see Gamma briefly in Knuckles' story, but they didn't really interact. It was more just Knuckles followed Gamma back to base. Something does happen when you complete all of these stories, by the way. So, yeah, that's a thing, and I will be showing off what that thing is. But, thank you for joining me for this Let's Play Live Sonic Adventure. If you liked it, you can subscribe on YouTube and like the video, or you could follow me on Twitch, where I've been streaming the Let's Play Live content. Specifically, if you want to see more of the content, you can do those. If you want to get notifications for more content, you have to hit the bell icon, because that's a thing YouTube did. On this on YouTube, at least. I think Twitch just auto notifies you when someone you're following streaming, but yeah, with that, I think I'll end the stream there. Next time I play, I'll be doing Amy's story. And her story is a bit different. Her gameplay is different, but what is interesting is that despite being a hedgehog, Amy is really fucking slow. And I feel like Sonic Advance makes her a little better, because while she's slow in Sonic Advance, she's only about the same speed as Knuckles. Amy in this game is the slowest character. I think even slower than Big the Cat. But beating her levels can be really annoying. They're not super hard by any means, but yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.